Hey there, it's John North, and you're watching Inside Tennessee. So we just heard from Congressman Chuck Fleischmann. If you noticed a little tension there between Don and Chuck, that's just kind of a guarantee whenever Congressman Fleischmann is on. But well, let's just do a little recap on what you all thought of what he had to say. And Don, I'll start with you.
Well, I won't have any time. Go ahead.
I promise to give you 12 seconds, Williams. Chuck and I went to law school together. We've known each other since we were in our early 20s. And he's a thoughtful, bright guy, but he is a perfect example of what Donald Trump has done in wrecking what we used to know as the GOP and the Republican Party, that moderate Democrats like myself used to be able to reach across the table and work with. This ridiculous hyper-partisanship that he stresses, to suggest that H.R. 1, or at least largely the elements of all of H.R. 1, are not good for America, is just ridiculous. This is about voting rights. We don't have an election problem in this country. We have fair and free and open elections. Nearly every single count of election fraud were GOP Republicans voting illegally for their parents, their dead relatives, twice for themselves. It's a ridiculous premise that until bright, smart people like Chuck Fleischmann stop trying to espouse, we are in trouble as a democracy. Susan, your 12 seconds.
I'm trying to get my breath here. First of all, there's been charges of election fraud since I was born, and a long time before that, back into the 1800s. So yes, there is election fraud. There always will be. And I don't know myself whether there was election fraud. I'm sure there was some on some level in some states. Were there enough votes to give the election to President Trump? I don't think so, but it's tough to go against President Trump if you're an elected official. So there's that. As far as Chuck goes, he is in a very important position, as he said, on appropriations. And becoming a cardinal is very important for him, but it's also important for his district. It's a lifeblood for Oak Ridge. And so if Republicans do pick up the House in November, Chuck will be in a very important position. So let's stay tuned and see what happens with that.
Okay, we have got about 1 minute, so be mindful of that. We could shift and talk a little about redistricting. We know it will affect some of our local lawmakers. You all want to just briefly address that, Don?
Sure. Well, on the state level, the legislature tried to kill off Gloria Johnson, but I think they have probably failed. They have kept intact a new district that Gloria has said she is going to move into and has a very good chance of winning it. So that, I think, is good for Knoxville. We're going to have still some Democratic representation along with McKenzie, and we should have Johnson as well. And so I think that's healthy. On a national level, it's a sad day when we lose Jim Cooper to redistricting, because he was really a fine voice that could reach across the aisle, could get things done, a lot of experience, and they have bizarrely carved up Nashville.
That's going to do it for us. We appreciate you watching Inside Tennessee. We will be back next Sunday, and we hope the rest of your day is great. Take care.